Welcome back to the Why Are We Like That podcast. I'm joined today again by my lovely co-host, Alex, the Big Dick McGee, and Hunter Swiffer Master 5000. Today we're going to just kind of hang out, talk a little bit about, what was it, hobbies or whatever, and just kind of see what's what. So how are you guys doing today? How was your week?
My week was good. I don't
Uneventful.
Just good.
Yes, we know, Hunter. But I'm polite and I'll ask anyways.
Well,
That's
you
fair.
do.
How was your week?
Same shit, different day, man. Yesterday we took Pee-wee to see fireworks and everything. Over in
Twy,
by the college, they have this big old park there, and they were doing a bunch of fireworks.
You know, not to rub it in or anything, if you just moved to Tennessee, you could do the fireworks with your daughter.
I've done them plenty of times as a kid, and almost
But
lost
legally.
both of my hands every time. So
Never.
I think that was the weirdest thing about moving here, because growing up in California, fireworks are highly illegal for obvious reasons.
they're
because
extremely
California gets
regulated.
fucking set on fire every other month. But like me and Hunter, I remember like the first July, which was last year, but being in Tennessee for the first like 4th of July, we like walking through Sam's Club and we just see like those giant like
The mortars and everything.
like the giant boxes
The packs
with like
of them.
700 fireworks in them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they must be the sparklers and stuff. And then I looked and it's like Death Inferno Sky Storm and shit. And you're like, oh no, that's the fucking like up in the air ones. Like they don't give a shit here. They're on like every corner, every block.
I remember there was
crazy.
one time we did that as kids, and instead of putting it in the mortar, we lit it, threw it like a grenade, and tried to outrun it, and it hurt. It
You know
wasn't
what?
fun.
Maybe we say do the hobbies next year, because it is 4th of July. I just realized, like, so we could talk about that as well, because I have a story I want to tell now.
Okay.
So I used to, when I lived in,
Fuck my research then.
yeah, fuck your research time.
Yee, sound like my high school teachers.
Where's the citations?
Everything just says dash Wikipedia. Remember when they
never-
wouldn't allow you to fucking use
Yup.
Wikipedia as a source?
I have never. Well, because anyone can edit it.
Not anymore. I know
Oh,
it's
not
like
anymore.
I know it's like proofread and censored and stuff a lot more now.
Yeah.
You
I've
just
never-
go and edit like all the information to fit your book and be like, there you go. So, back when I lived in California, I used to go visit these friends for 4th of July. It was really kind of like the one time we were guaranteed to like hang out with each other. And so we would go over to their parents' house, because they lived in like a county that was technically like fireworks were still very highly regulated, but they're less illegal. Like you can use like the on the ground sparklers and shit. But everyone just grabbed the illegal ones anyway. And so what we would do
As
is
you
we
do.
drink all day, swim because they had a pool, and barbecue, and then drunk off our ass, we would light fireworks. And I remember
Didn't you just
one of the
say you were a kid?
no.
Oh,
This was like when I
He
was an
said when he
adult.
was younger.
Okay, I assumed you were
Like,
talking
as
about when you were a
recent as
kid.
2 years
and
ago.
You're just like, yeah, we
No.
were fucking shithoused and blowing
We said-
stuff up.
He said when we were a kid in California, they were regulated, but then
Yeah.
changed to this friend, which he was an adult at the time.
I was of legal drinking age and fine. But there were a lot of years that some shit almost went wrong. There was one year where like their neighbor in the street ahead of us, they were lighting fireworks, and I was just in that place where I was just so shithouse that the fancy colors were just mesmerizing, and I see them just fucking like coming closer to us, because like I don't know what happened on the street, but they like were getting closer and closer, and then one popped right above my friend's head, and I looked at him, and I was drunk, and I was just like, "Whoa, dog, you just almost died." And he looks at me, and goes, "What the fuck are you talking about? Me? Look behind you." And I look behind me, and right behind the little lawn chair I'm in is a smoldering spot about a foot away from me, where a rogue rocket fucking exploded. I was like,
Nice.
and I looked at him, I said, "Whoa,
Whoa.
I almost died." But that was not the one. The one I really wanted to tell is one of the like last years I hung out with them to do it. Me and my friend decided to do the old like wizard battle with Roman candles.
You're that
And-
idiot.
And I was talking to him, I was like, "Hey, this is safe, right? Like, I mean,
No.
like as safe as it can be." And he goes, "Yeah, absolutely." I said, "All right, cool." And so we're having our fun. And then we only did it once, and I was like, "Yeah, that didn't feel safe."
It's not.
Well, not, like an hour later, their neighbors came to us and go, "Hey, are any of you paramedic?" And I'm like, "What? No." And they're like, "Okay." And we're like, "Why? What happened?" Apparently, they were doing the same thing, and the dad of that house, a rocket didn't clear the Roman candle chute and exploded in his hand. And so the paramedics had to come, the ambulance and all that. And then the paramedics were walking down up and down the street with flashlights. And we just decided, we're like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
They were looking
And they're like,
for
"We're
his
looking for fingers."
Yeah.
Oh no.
I looked at my friend. I said, "They're fucking safe, huh?" And he goes, "Yeah, maybe we should."
Normally,
do 'em."
Roman candles don't explode like that. I mean, like bottle rockets, yeah, maybe, but we would always take bottle rockets and like light them and then just hold them and turn our face away and let go when they would shoot off.
Fuck that.
M80s, we would light them and just throw them by each other. There was
I've
one time where
never
me and one of
done
my
fireworks.
friends were in I think it was Shelter Cove up in NorCal. We would go, he would take me with his family fishing, and they would light off fireworks on the beach there on 4th of July. And we went down there to watch them, and one of the fucking mortar tubes fell over and shot towards the crowd. And so I turned and went like this, and it blew up right behind my head. All the hair on my neck got singed, and I was like, he's trying to talk to me, and all I hear is the whole
tinnitus?
time, and I'm all, huh? And he's all
Sitting there like
what?
Archer, just pop, pop.
It was fucked up. But I haven't messed with fireworks pretty much since I got out of high school, just because you couldn't get any like good fireworks out here anymore. You'd have to go to like Nevada or Arizona to get them.
You know, there was a comedian, I want to say it was like Chad Daniels, or maybe Dan Cummins even. I'm pretty sure it was Chad Daniels, who was talking about fireworks and like made the joke like he was not like how everyone's like, "Oh, you excited for 4th of July?" And he's like, "No." And they're like, "What about the fireworks?" He's like, "I'm a grown up."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Once you see fireworks, you've seen them all." And I was like,
yeah.
"Yeah, that's kind of true." I mean, like, there's fancy ones, but like,
Since
there's just exploding
yeah.
colors, and that's cool.
Before
And maybe a weird sound.
Before we had Pee Wee, we didn't go watch fireworks at 4th of July. The only reason we go now is because she's a kid and likes fireworks. So
I will say the only fireworks I really like is Disney, and that's because like there's still like the music and the show that goes
Yeah.
with it. But yeah, just watching fireworks. It's more like I knew I'm getting old because it's getting to the point where I hear them going off at like 7-8 o'clock, and I'm like, those better not be going off all night. I need to get some fucking sleep.
yeah. Right before we started recording right now, there's people out in the parking lot lighting off like firecrackers and shit.
all
And I'm
day
Oh
like,
yeah, you
last
can hear
night.
them all, yeah, all night.
I don't mind doing it during the day and you doing it at night and all that. But if you're lighting them off at like 11, 12
Yeah,
o'clock,
that's
at
where I
night,
had the
dude,
problem.
Stop. People got to go to work the next day.
The only thing that sucked is like when last year when I for 4th of July, I worked at like 4:30 in the morning on the 5th, and so I was like going to bed at like 7 or 8, And I was just like, God damn it. I know they're having their fun, but I need to get up in the morning. Stop with the fireworks.
Oh man.
My issue is the people that are like doing it like weeks before or after. Like once it's the 4th of July, stop. I don't like, and before doesn't really bother me as much if it's on like the weekend, but when it's on like just a random fucking Tuesday, like that shit pisses me off. New camera's good for us.
It did phase out a little bit there for a second, but it came back.
Oh, mine's still frozen. Okay, never mind. We're good.
So as soon as we're complaining about stuff like other people,
okay,
I noticed this the other day, and this is one of the few things I wanted to, one of the two things I wanted to talk about on here today. I noticed there's this one section in town when I'm on my way home from work. It's a 4-way stop. Mm-hmm. It's a stop sign, 4 ways. What is it with human beings in a car and not knowing how to take turns or just forgetting how to fucking drive at a 4-way stop? I know you look fucking 53, but the term right away has been a thing since you were born, dude. Come on. Like, if we're all at the same stop sign, it's the person on the right that goes. Just because you showed up first and there's already other people going and like stopping at the stop sign, you don't just get to go when you want to go. You have to wait your fucking turn. Why would we get out of like kindergarten and preschool? Do we just forget how to take fucking turns?
Okay, so
I hate it so much.
Because I haven't like looked into like the traffic laws and since I had to take the test. At a 4-way stop, if the car parallel to you is going, you can go, correct?
If the person across the way from me is going,
and they're going straight,
and they're going straight, I can go straight.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because some people look at me like I'm fucking insane when I do that, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no. If they're turning and cutting into your lane to turn, you have to wait, and then it's the next person's turn.
Correct. And
then it's your turn, and then it's that person's turn. It's not fucking rocket science. Learn to drive or ride a fucking bike or walk. Get the fuck off my road.
My favorite is when the lights are out and they're blinking.
Oh, yeah.
And no one knows what to do. They're like, ah!
So, Ty, you not only have a problem with cyclists, but you have a problem with drivers, too.
I have a problem with anyone that just doesn't know how to fucking drive or ride a bike or just think that they're like, you're not going to hit my car. You're not going to run into me or act like they're invincible. I fucking hate all of them. I hate them. I hate them so much. It's like, dude, just be a grown up and wait your goddamn turn.
Are you going to run into them, Ty?
If my daughter's not in the car, I've contemplated it very heavily. Yes.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
Because the cops will be like, actually, he had the right of way, so this is your fault, sir. And I'll be like, yeah, that's right. Now you tell my insurance that so I get a new car. But
I love
go ahead.
I love going back to the traffic stop. There's 2 types of people that go there. They're either it's a blinking red light, I go. I don't stop. Or it's a blinking red light, I'll wait for it to turn green.
Yeah.
It's like that it's not
Isn't
going
it treated as a
green.
stoplight?
Yeah.
It's a stop sign.
It's a stop sign basically.
Or stop
at that
sign,
point.
sorry. That's what I meant. I remember that from the test.
So the last thing I wanted to talk about was this week. Me and Lynn were going over like, what do we want to get for dinner stuff at the store? Let's think of recipes, because you kind of just get burnt out on making the same things over and over, and then you just like draw a blank on what you want to make and what you want to eat. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go on TikTok. TikTok's always got some crazy good like recipes, off the wall stuff that I never would have thought of. And this has happened multiple times. Every time I go to look at recipes, I type in recipes in the search bar. I get about 4 videos in, and out of nowhere, just some bitch on there. What's up, big bellies? So today we're going to do this. I'm like, I don't want to fucking look at TikTok anymore, man. Fuck you, lady. You stupid bitch. Call me Big Belly, you fucking asshole. Just makes me so sad. I'm just trying to look up what to eat, man. I don't need you insulting me at the same time. I know I eat shit.
We need to start a TikTok page of why we like that cooking, where we're just like, "What's up, skinny bellies? Let's go."
What's up, you fat sack of shit? Here, we're gonna cook this. Just to insult the viewers the whole time. Yeah, no, that makes me so sad every time I go on.
And as we're getting in, it's like we're adding cheese, and it's like, we know you're fucking fat watching this, so we're gonna add a fucking block of cheese.
You think we're gonna use real cheese because it's healthier? Nah,
hell no.
Up a jar of like nacho cheese whiz and just pour it on top.
We didn't get this way by eating real cheese. We're not gonna stop.
I was sitting there, and as soon as I saw it and it said it, Lynn looks over at me like, "What the fuck?" I'm all, I was like, I don't want to fucking get called names when I'm trying to look up recipes, man. And it's not like it was like she's making like super unhealthy food or deep fried this and that. No, it was like a regular like marry me chicken or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And that's another thing on TikTok. Every fucking recipe is a different way to make marry me chicken. I hate it.
Marry me chicken.
It's just chicken thighs in a sauce. That's all it is.
It's under the sauce.
Under the sauce.
I don't get that one.
It's the fucking Chicago deep dish joke.
I hate Chicago deep dish.
You want a good recipe? I got you. You little big belly.
You want a good recipe?
I don't want it now.
You want a good recipe? I just made homemade meatballs.
Dude, Under made some slapping.
We were all playing games, and all I hear is Alex going, "Oh, dude, these kick ass. She's great." I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? I'm trying to play a game, and I hear you just fucking chowing down on a meatball sub. Shut up."
Hey, don't knock a good meatball sub.
I'm not knocking the meatball. I'm knocking the fucking consumer.
All right, listen. I've told you how to make like salsa chicken before, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've added a couple things to it now. You get like the rotel, like the diced tomatoes and all that. Add a can of that. Add a can of black beans and some like a little bit of queso, not like a crazy amount, but a little bit of like Tostino's queso. Once your choice of queso, then
nacho cheese in a can.
Yeah,
I want the gas station nacho.
Sure. Once you do that, what I've been doing is kind of like using the broth. I'll dip a corn tortilla in, slap it on like a piping hot, like a little bit of oil.
So like a different way of making
like
tacos.
A birria. Yeah. Oh, dude, it slaps. I just had that last night for dinner, actually, and
we do like a chicken and rice thing in the Instapot. You throw like the chicken breasts, the rice, black beans, corn, rotel, and then like we throw like the green chilies cut up and everything in there. We
like
roast
the green
them
hash
and
chilies?
stuff. Yeah, throw those in there. Turn on the Instapot, and then when it beeps, we just mix it all up, shred the chicken, boom. It's
Dude, I
want to
get an Instapot. I heard the business, or they went out of business, though, I think.
The company Instapot or Instapot?
No, the company Instapot, I think, went out of business. Calm down, Lindsay. We're in a studio.
You hear that? Yeah. I'm fucking recording! She's gonna come in with a fucking brick, be like, "The fuck you say?" No, I'm sorry.
A brick through the window. Hunter and I just look at each other. Anyway,
we just witnessed a murder. My dead body's just. You just keep recording. No one calls the paramedics. That's some bullshit.
Ty, why are you being an asshole? Stop ignoring us.
I'm just bleeding out of my skull. Now we went to Sam's Club or whatever Friday or whatever, and I got like frozen, vacuum sealed like ahi tuna steaks, and I've been making those for dinner the past couple nights. They're pretty good.
Can I just say, Costco and Sam's Club are the shit. Like, I
would much
am
rather
so glad I'm a member.
choose
Costco.
Sam's Club over Costco when it comes to food, but if I'm getting other random shit, I'm gonna go to Costco.
Yeah, okay, that begs a question. What's everyone's opinion? Sam's Club or Costco? Who's better? Ty?
They're different categories, though. That's the thing. Like I
Well,
said,
if you had to choose one,
if I'm gonna go for
like,
food, I'm
Fingers
going
on
to
the
Sam's
button.
Club.
One's getting nuked. Which one you choosing?
Costco.
Costco.
Okay, why?
Because Sam's Club has better food options.
Really?
In my opinion, they do.
See,
Okay.
They have more food options than they do clothes and like a pallet of vacuum cleaners.
Yeah,
and
yeah. I
pans.
would agree with that, actually.
But Costco has better like electronic
Clothes.
shit, random household stuff, and
Yeah,
toys
I would agree
with that.
and all that. But Costco's hot dogs and Costco pizza.
I
They
like
fuck.
Sam's Club.
Okay,
Super
you're
good.
getting ahead of me because I had that question. So
I like Sam's Club.
Let's get Hunter's opinion.
I like Sam's Club better for a couple reasons. Costco's good. I did think about that. But I was going to say Costco, but then I thought Sam's Club also has order pickup where you can like get your entire order and then just have them bring it out to the car for you.
You can do that at Costco too.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Oh.
We did that with our TV.
Mom did that all the time.
No, she only did it with Sam's Club. Costco didn't have it back in California.
Oh.
We had to go into Costco.
So your choice is Sam's Club?
Yeah. Because I'm a
Okay.
lazy sack of shit.
I think
knew
I
I
would
would get
agree
you,
with
Ty.
Sam's Club. I think I would agree with Sam's Club just because, like, I do agree it has a better food option. However, I will say Costco has better variety of food. Like,
They
you can
have
go
all
and
the
get
weird like off-brand.
See, I
like-
think it's Sam's Club that
I
has
think
the
Sam's Club
off-brand shit.
has off-brand.
No,
Like Costco
dude.
has all the like good name brand shit where you're going in and you're getting yeah.
No,
100%.
all everything at Sam's Club here is main brand. Everything.
I think it's well. I think both of them have name brand shit. I think Costco has the more well-known name brand shit. Like Sam's Club has the smaller name brand shit.
Maybe it's the one Costco I go to that doesn't have it, but like even when we go down like the snack aisle, there's never like main brand snacks. It's always
I was
like,
gonna say
random ass shit with.
I'm judging Costco from like Moreno Valley, where like a lot of people go to that one, versus like Sam's Club, which this is the only Sam's Club within like 20-mile radius. It's probably not true. There's a lot of Sam's Clubs in Tennessee,
in
but
Kentucky.
yeah, I almost said well in Kentucky too. But
Well,
there's
we're on-
Costco in Kentucky.
Yeah.
We don't have Costco at all near us, at least.
Kentucky, you can also buy alcohol. It's not a dry county.
Okay, so
Wait,
next
you're in a
question
dry
then.
county?
We're in a dry county.
Oh, that sucks.
Well,
Well,
not a true dry county. We can't
I
buy
don't-
liquor in anywhere but a liquor store.
Yeah.
Because a true dry county, you can't
I
buy
forgot that's
alcohol.
kind of how the South and Midwest and all
Yeah,
that shit
so
works.
like in
So, like-
Costco, we can only buy beer and wine. And I think mixed drinks. I think
But we also live on the border of Kentucky, so,
so we
can
could
just
go
pop
across
up
state
there
line.
and head over there and grab beer and liquor. Because I will say, so
Costco.
I think Costco also has better
better
alcohol.
alcohol. Yep, 100%. Although I've never been to a Sam's Club that actually has liquor, so I wouldn't know.
Maybe.
So the one that we have here, it has a lot of alcohol. Like it's got like two aisles, almost three. I think 3 aisles of alcohol, like
Right.
2.5, because it's like half an aisle on one section, and it's got every fucking main brand alcohol you could want.
Yep.
The only downside is there's never really a lot of sales on them.
Yeah.
Every
Here's
once
the
in a
thing,
while
though.
you'll find a sale on it. But
You're
that's
missing
it.
out. You're shopping it wrong. Because here's the thing. Here's why I love Costco so much. I was a huge Captain Morgan fan. We all know this.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm
agree.
sick of it now. But Kirkland spiced rum, way better than Captain Morgan.
Isn't
And
it
it's
just
like
the same
it's
shit,
half
just
as
with
cheap. It might be. I don't know.
Kirkland's
No,
name on
because
it.
it tastes different. We did a side by side. It does taste different, but regardless, it's like I think it was like $10 cheaper too, for like more. But
Okay.
regardless, I think Kirkland. So that leads me to my next question. I don't know why I turned this into like an arbitrary like questionnaire, but which is better, Kirkland brand or Members Mark?
Kirkland. 100%.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
not to say that Members Mark sucks, but it is not as
Well,
good
in
as
certain
Who's got
things.
better hot dogs?
Costco.
See, because it's.
I think Sam's Club. I think
Yeah.
Sam's Club has better hot
It
dogs.
was
Yeah.
However,
It was Costco until they removed the Polish dog. Now it's Sam's.
true. However, I will argue Costco pizza is better.
Far better.
Yes, 100%.
Like Sam's Club pizza is good, but it's not. It doesn't stand to Costco's pizza. Like Costco's
Well,
pizza is
and
just
they're
fucking
smaller,
fire.
I think.
I think they
Yeah.
are.
I think they're like
Sam's
big
Club's is
pieces.
smaller.
Like their full pizza are like smaller because Costco's fucking massive.
But I will say the thing I love about Sam's Club is like I don't know why this turned into a Sam's Club advertisement. Please sponsor us, Sam's Club. But the Sam's Club's rotisserie chicken, fire, and it's cheap, like $4 for it
I can't
yeah.
get
for a whole ass
I can't
rotisserie
get behind
chicken.
rotisserie chicken.
Hunter doesn't like rotisserie chicken because it's on the bone, but
It's the same thing why
Wait.
Lindsay doesn't like it. Once I see all the bones and shit, like it's the chest part. Like I can look at the leg of a bone.
But see, with Lynn, it's because she went from being a vegetarian to like eating meat.
Yeah,
and
no, just seeing
adding
the
meat into her diet. So
Just eating.
Ty, I think
Just seeing the
Oh, go ahead.
inside of the chest just makes me sick.
Ty, I think you can agree with me here. I'll rip that shit off the bone and
oh,
stuff
dude,
it in my mouth.
I'll devour it by myself.
Like a
I'll
Viking.
put
Just-
it this way: in high school, we left, or it was like junior high or something. It was up north. We left like a baseball game on the weekend or a softball game that my parents were in or something. And I walked to like this grocery store across the way, bought a rotisserie chicken, went back to the fucking game. I'm just eating that fucking whole ass rotisserie chicken in the stand like popcorn.
You know, okay, that brings me
fucking
to
caveman.
my complaint of the day. I cannot fucking stand the people
Turkey leg.
that sit in Disneyland lines
Turkey
eating
leg.
the fucking turkey leg in the middle of summer.
Oh,
That
fight
shit
me.
stinks
Fight
and it
me.
doesn't look good. I
Fight
will.
me.
Fuck you.
Fight me. Turkey
I
legs
can't
fuck.
stand that.
Nah. I mean, granted, I've never tried one, but it just looks horrendous.
You've been to Disneyland more times than I can fucking count. And you've
Correct.
never had a turkey leg.
Both
Correct.
of us have.
Wow. What the fuck is wrong with you two?
First of all, my mom usually took us, and she can't stand the sight of them, so I was never gonna ask her to
It's
buy
just
me.
a big chicken leg. That's all it is.
My mom doesn't like meat.
Oh.
Like she can't. She doesn't like she doesn't like meat. First of all, and it doesn't really bother her watching people eat meat unless it's on the bone. She can't stand like watching.
So
that.
that's where you get it from.
Probably.
Probably that's where I get
Um,
it from. Yeah.
I'm like my dad. I'll
But
fucking
here's the
devour
thing.
shit all right
I
off
Dude,
the
can't-
bone.
tomahawk
It's not-
steaks are the best.
So,
Because you eat
hold on,
halfway
hold
through
on.
that fucking thing and then you're just.
It's not. It's not all bones. Like I can eat like chicken on the bone. I just can't look at the chest. Like when you look at a rotisserie chicken and you pull it apart, there's the inside of the chest. Once I see that shit, because what Alex does too, he just cuts that shit in half instead of like
You have
ripping
to.
it all off.
Oh, well.
Well,
I cut that. Well, no. I
could-
cut that shit in half, so it's like, all right, this is my half. This
I
is your
could
half.
eat it.
Fucking-
I could eat it when my dad did it because what he would do is he'd tear off all the chicken and put it in like containers. But
I
Alex
told him
just-
I'd fucking like chop it for him, but he's like, oh, no.
Yeah, he just
Well, yeah,
cuts
when
it in
you're
half.
displaying it as if it's a fucking murdered corpse, yeah, I'd probably be the same way.
So I just
You're
I
just
don't eat
standing there, and you
rotisserie
got
chicken.
like chicken juice running down your face, and on the knife, you're all, Hunter, I present to you your dish. And it's just
But-
half a chicken and like a glob of mashed potatoes. Here is your chicken.
I'm gonna
But I have, but when it comes to eating on the bone, I have no problem with that. Like I can eat like the drumsticks and stuff. Like out of fried chicken and stuff, or like just baked, I can eat that. It's just the way Alex does rotisserie chicken makes me sick because I have to look at the carcass.
Okay, but I've given him, in fairness, I've given him multiple options. Like, hey, you take your chicken first, and then I'll just fucking slice that bitch in half and take the rest, or like whatever you want to do.
You did that after I got sick, and after I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, and then I was like, all right, I can't know a problem before it happens.
You could.
I've told you about that in the past when Dad used to do it. You were like, hey, I don't like looking at the...
Hey, hold on. You could, and this is a very, very controversial thing. You could get the fuck out of the kitchen while he's cooking. And then come back when your shit's done.
There's so many options for you. Other than just watching me chop it in half and be like, here you go.
I didn't
He just
watch
pulls
you
the
do
chicken
it.
out and sets it on the counter, and you're like, oh, okay, I think I could watch this.
No,
The second he puts a knife in it,
No, that's not what the problem is. I didn't watch him cut it. I have no problem with watching him cut it. It's the fact that he cuts it while I'm gone, and I come down, and it's just there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't like seeing the inside
yeah, Alex,
of the carcass.
stop leaving the corpses of your murder victims on the counter.
Oh, shit.
There's
Wait,
no
okay,
chicken
hold
left
on.
on it. There's nothing left on it. It's just the bones. And he's all, what the fuck? I do understand what you're talking about, Hunter, because I'm like that when it comes to like certain fish. Like if I just see like the ribs and shit of a fish,
Really?
but I'm also eating like the fillet over here, that does kind of fuck me up a little bit. But then I realize how hungry I am, and I just stop giving a shit.
Am I the only one that wants like to go to a seafood restaurant and like get the fucking whole ass fish on my plate?
Yes.
Yes, because I don't know. I've had it before, and it's weird having that fucker just stare at you as you're
I
eating
don't like
him.
the eye. Fuck
Are
that.
you enjoying my flesh, you sick fuck?
Yes,
And
I
they're
am.
just like, oh yeah, keep talking.
Now, see what I don't want, and I don't know where this weird parallel ends. But like the like going to like China and ordering a chicken and getting the whole ass fucking chicken
so
put on your
that's where
plate,
you
that
draw
bothers
the
me.
line.
That's where
Yeah,
we
I
draw the
don't know.
line.
I don't know.
When
I'd
its
rather
fucking
have.
feet are still attached, that's where we draw the fucking line.
No, it's more the head. I don't want to eat a chicken
But
head.
you
It's
can
not
see the head
appetizing to me.
Don't eat it. Cut it off and don't eat it.
I don't know. It's just different, I guess.
Oh,
I have no explanation.
Okay,
I-
we're giving him shit, but yeah, I can't do it when there's a head on it. Bitch, just cut it off and remove it. It's
Yeah,
the
that's
same
fair.
shit
I
we're
probably
saying
would.
to him.
I'd probably feel bad though. I'd be like, "Oh, this sucks," but I'm still gonna eat you.
The head is where we draw the line of a chicken, but he can look at the head of a fish with its big ass eyeball.
Dude, I'll look at the head of a fucking pig. I'll still eat it. I just said I'll eat the chicken. It just makes me feel a little weird.
You're the kind of motherfucker to eat monkey brains.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
You're
not.
watching fucking Indiana Jones Temple of Doom and being like, I'll eat that shit right now.
What?
What?
Have you never seen Indiana Jones Temple of
I've
Doom?
seen it. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know the
When they
scene you're
first
talking
get to
about.
that palace and it's him and the girl in Short Round with the prince or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And they bring out the monkey head and open the skull and the brains there, and she's like,
Oh, I would absolutely not do that. Now, I am a firm believer of like trying almost anything like once as far as food, but there's some things that like I might try monkey brain. I don't know that I would ever eat
Told
it out
you.
of a
He's
skull.
the motherfucker that would try to eat it.
Whoa, I wouldn't eat it out of the skull though. But if you like,
try it.
if you put like a plate in front of me and was like, "Here's some brains," I'd be like, "I guess."
You
There's
like
something
tripe?
wrong with you.
Tripe, yeah.
Tripe's good
not
in
bad.
Tripe is good.
Menudo, but
It is.
other than that, it's fucking
Whoa,
gross.
why were you asking me like, "Oh, you like tripe?" Like you're about to like
No.
get me
you
on
were
some
gonna
shit, and then
fucking
you're like,
roast his
"Tripe
ass.
is good." Once you heard Ty agree, you're like, "Oh yeah.
No.
Tripe is good. Tripe is good."
I've always liked tripe. I just asked you,
This
do you
bitch.
like tripe?
He was gonna
do.
fucking
'Cause if
smoke
you-
your ass
no,
just
I
now.
Right.
would smoke your ass if you said no.
No, yeah, I'm the motherfucker that eats like intestines at Korean barbecue,
Yeah, that
or not
shit's
eats
gross.
it like on a. I don't eat it like I say eat it like I eat it every time. I try it when new people haven't tried it yet, and I'll eat it with them.
Hey,
But
I ordered this. You're gonna eat it. I'm like, I don't want.
it's not necessarily my first choice. But if I had to, I would eat it.
I was like,
Well,
I don't want to.
worst case scenario, but if
no-
I'm going to a restaurant, I'm not going to be like, yeah, give me the thing that it shits out of. What the fuck?
I have no
You know
problem.
me, I want that beef colon.
I have no problem eating.
Have you
it.
had beef tongue?
Yeah,
Oh.
lengua tacos are the shit.
I love beef tongue.
Beef tongue is great. Although, have you ever had Basque food? It's like a little area between France and Germany, right, Hunter?
More.
France, Germany.
I believe it's Belgium.
Okay. Regardless, it's a combination of the two foods, like French cuisine and German cuisine. And it's a lot of like family style. There's one that we used to go to in Bakersfield that my parents showed me. And like up until then, I had only had beef tongue in Korean barbecue, and it was fire. And so my dad was like, "Yeah, it's an appetizer. They bring out beef tongue." And I was like, "Oh, dope." I had the now talking about things that gross us out. I have a severe like texture. Like I can eat the texture of anything. Like I eat mussels, escargot, stuff like that. I can't do if something is supposed to be smooth and is crunchy, and I cannot do something that looks hot but is cold or it's the wrong temperature. And so when I took the beef tongue, I thought it was going to be hot. When I stuck it in my mouth, it was cold, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And my dad goes, "Yeah, no, it's like cold. It's pickled. I think it was like pickled or something." And I was like, "I thought it was gonna be hot. It was still good, but just that initial like, this should be hot in my mouth. Why is it cold?"
It's like when you go to drink someone's like water and then you get Sprite and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like
Spain.
The number one thing that I cannot do is like when you're eating eggs and there's a shell in there that you don't know, and then you get that like crunch. It makes me want to vomit. I can't do it.
Alex, it is between France and Spain.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I couldn't stand the cold beef tongue though.
I still liked it. I still ate the shit out of it.
I would
did not
say the
eat much
weirdest
there.
thing that I've eaten was jellyfish.
Really? How was that?
I ate it at a sushi restaurant up in Tahoe when I went with a friend up there.
That sounds bomb.
And it was weird because it looked like see-through noodles in a bowl. They called it jellyfish salad. But when I bit into it...
Were you eating the tentacles?
I don't know what part of the jellyfish it was. It was just clear, but like had a color of brown, like they soaked a translucent noodle in soy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
But when I ate it, it had the texture of a noodle, but crunchy as if you're biting into cartilage at the same time. It was weird. It wasn't gross and it wasn't bad, but it did have a weird fucking texture to it.
You know what I want to try really badly? Puffer fish.
The one that if it's not done
Kills
right,
you.
it'll kill you.
Correct.
What a fucking idiot.
Here's the thing. Well, okay. Here's my mentality. I either survive, and then like that's something I can be like, yeah, I survived pufferfish, or it's not my problem anymore.
No, it's
And I died doing something I love.
It's our problem.
Now they gotta deal with all your debt, all your fucking.
But you know, I
your
died happy, so that's
burial.
got to be some
Doesn't
consolation
matter.
prize.
It was all you can eat pufferfish. What can I say?
He tried it once and then just kept going. He said, "I won the lottery."
Since you guys have been in the South, like Midwest and all that shit, have you had a authentic crawfish boil yet or no?
I have not. I want
Oh,
to. Hunter
dude.
won't do it.
What?
He can't eat shrimp if it's all like got the head on and shit.
Fuck you. Why do you say it so fucking condescending?
Disappointing.
I didn't say it
Oh,
condescending.
Hunter can't do it with the head on it. That's exactly what you
Yeah, you
fucking
won't.
said.
You
Fuck
won't.
You.
No.
You can't eat chicken if it's got the head on it, Alex.
I said I would eat it. Jesus. You know what? Bring me a chicken right now. Head on.
He just walks in with a live chicken and sets it on your desk.
Whoa. It's got to be cooked.
Puts it in oil. There you
Oh
go.
my God.
You
Feathers and all? What the
can
fuck?
even scream just like when you put a lobster in water.
Oh, that's dark as shit.
No, I love crawfish
Dude,
boils. They're
come
super
down
good.
to Tennessee and we can do the crawfish boil. I want to so bad.
They're
My
so
dad was
good.
supposed to do it. He hasn't planned a trip to do it. Like no one will do
trip?
it with me
You
because
guys
they
don't
live.
have any.
Well, they live away,
Oh,
so like we'd have to come down
Are
here
we
because I
home?
don't think they have
they're
any
away?
near us.
what
What?
are you talking about? The fuck? Homeboy's over here on a fucking side quest. What the fuck?
No, you know where I really want to go though? I want to go to Louisiana and get like a crawfish boil.
Authentic fucking gumbo
Yeah, like a
and
Cajun.
jambalaya.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Mm.
I love Cajun food. It's.
I
so
want to
good.
just I want to plan like a trip of just a couple days in Louisiana. Like every time I tell someone this too, they're like, "Oh, you want to go for like Mardi Gras and shit?" I'm like, "No, fuck no. I just want to go for the food.
dude.
I'm just
wanna
a fat ass.
I want to get an authentic po' boy so bad.
Oh,
I
yes.
love po' boys. They're so
Oh.
good, so good.
All right, for our 30th birthday, we'll go.
We're gonna go
Just
to
to
New
Louisiana.
Orleans and get fucking po' boys and
Yeah.
gumbo.
We'll just save up a bunch of money and just chow
All
down.
right, fuck our plans, I guess.
What was your plan?
We had talked about going to Louisiana too, way before.
Yeah,
this.
you can come with us.
You're just not
Let's
gonna
go.
be one of the ones turning 30. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? But you can party all the same.
And there's
You
not
just
gonna be
have-
any whole chickens there, so you can definitely let loose.
Oh,
hate
you
you.
can have a po' boy while we're making crawfish.
I'm gonna want both. I'm gonna double dip.
Oh yeah, 100%.
No, I
100%.
went to it's closed now, but they had this restaurant in Redlands out here in the Riverside area
You talking about the one with Nick?
that I went to with our
Storm
old
and Crab or
coworker.
whatever it was?
Yeah, Raging Crab, and it was good. It was a bit pricey, but I mean the food lasted me while I was at the restaurant. And then I tied up the bag and brought that shit home and took it for lunch for like 2 days. It was a shit ton of food.
God help the people you were
It
working
was-
with. Oh my
dude, it was
god.
so good.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you mean?
You're the motherfucker that would work in an office and microwave fish.
No, but I do microwave like noodles and shit.
Yeah. Fuck you.
I mean,
You're the one that would stink up the office. And what do you mean I wouldn't do fish? You just said you took a crawfish boil to work for lunch.
yeah.
Don't say that's not
and-
fish.
It's shellfish, dumbass.
Yeah. Doing a
Why are you
fish
calling me
with
the
its head
dumbass?
on is
You
different.
just said it was not fish.
No, I said don't say it's not fish.
Oh, I
He's-
apologize.
yeah, he's
Hunter. I'd like to
talking
start my
Do not
4-point
say
apology.
it's not
4-point
fish.
Don't worry, I'll send you the Google Doc of my 4-point
All right,
apology
yeah,
and
for
just
sure.
fill in the blanks like a Mad
Yeah,
Lib.
yeah, there we go. Here's an adjective.
Asshole. No,
I need a verb. Someone give me a verb.
A fish with the head on is different than a shrimp or a crawfish. It's completely different. There's no
Do you
expression
suck the head?
on. Yeah, that's where all the juice is.
You suck the head.
That's where all the good shit is. What are you talking about? Have
He
you ever
wasn't
had crawfish?
Ty, he wasn't talking about the shrimp head.
Fuck. Well, that too, but that's for another podcast.
That's where all the juices are. Oh,
Anyway,
God.
here's Wonderwall.
Thank God.
Closing time.
That's not Wonderwall.
Wonderwall, but
That
all
was the
right.
joke. That was the joke.
Oh fuck!
Starts Coldplay. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
I hate Coldplay so much.
What? How do
They're
you
such
hate
an
Coldplay?
overrated fucking band. I hate them.
Dog. How do you hate Coldplay?
You sound just like my fucking wife. She says the same thing to me. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
them.
Team Lindsay all the way. Go.
Oh, yeah. Goofy fucks.
I will always love the song Viva La
Any,
Vida.
any fucking dipshit band that hands out a bunch of flashing bracelets so their TikTok videos can be just the crowd jumping up and down with flashing bracelets the whole
Is that
time.
what Coldplay did?
Yes. Have you never seen a Coldplay like of some fan in the crowd watching Coldplay? The entire stadium is lit up with like flashing bracelets they hand
That's
out.
cool though.
Nah,
why
it's
why
stupid.
shit on that?
Dumb as
No,
shit.
fuck
Get
you.
out of here.
That's
Dumb
like,
as hell.
That's like the fucking lighters and flashlights in the sky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dumb.
You're dumb.
It's like a staple
dumb.
since concerts started. What do you mean?
No, I think that's
Says the
dumb as
dude
hell.
sitting in a fucking princess castle room.
This is my daughter's room, you prick. What the
I
fuck
don't give
does
a
it have
shit.
to do
Alex,
with the
Ty's-
concert?
I don't know. I
Ty's the
just felt like I
motherfucker
needed
that
to
How
tell
goes to a
dare you?
concert.
I'm gonna tell her you made fun of her room, bitch.
No, I'm making
She
fun of your
loves
set.
This thing.
I'm saying I'm making fun of your set. I'm not
Yeah.
making fun of her room.
I
I'm
asked
making
her, I was
fun of
like,
your
hey,
set.
can I take this down and put something cool up for like the podcast? She goes, no, that's my castle. You leave it alone. All right, fair enough.
Ty, you're the motherfucker to go to a concert and expect everyone to just stand there.
No, I'm one of the guys that jumps in the mosh pit. I love that.
Mosh pits are overrated.
There's a difference. So the mosh pits where everyone's just like jumping around like, yeah, getting with the music, all fine and dandy. Love that. But when
The
you
ones
get in
where
the
they're
mosh
throwing
pits where the
punches.
guys are just like throwing elbows and high kicks and just aiming to hit people and get in a fight, it's like fighting a wacky arm flailing tube man. You look like a fucking idiot. Stop. You don't
Have you
look
seen?
cool.
Oh, fuck.
You don't look badass. You look like you are having a fucking seizure while standing there. Stop.
I forget who did it, but I think I want to say. Oh, shit, who was it? Someone had a mosh pit that they were just playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. There's this metal band, like a Viking metal band. I'm gonna pronounce their name wrong, but it's
Probably.
Armin Armoth or whatever.
Okay.
They have a song called "Put Your Back into the Oars," and like the end of the song, they have a part where the guy on the drums all boom, booda boom, and the main singer's row, stroke, and then the whole crowd sits in a line and does the roll.
Hell yeah.
That
That'd be
shit's
dope.
cool. It's so cool. There was this concert me and like my cousins went to and stuff. It was called Self-Help Fest in San Bernardino, put on by A Day to Remember. And it was like Moose Blood or something fucking stupid. It's some kind of metal band. They I want to see everyone on this side try and kill everyone on that side. Go!
fuck?
And it was the wall of death where they just run at each other and collide. And it's like a cool gimmick, like, yeah, but there are people
Brain
that are
damage.
taking it way too serious that are like the Romans versus the Persians. And it's like, dude, settle down. It's a concert. This isn't 300. Chill the fuck out. My cousins were like, oh my God, they were like hitting each other. And I'm like, yeah, that's what that is. And then you go two bands in and there's people that are laying down and then another person standing on top of them while they're crowd surfing.
Fuck yeah.
That shit's so funny.
Like they're literally crowd surfing.
Yeah.
I
Jeremy
understand
McKinnon
that, but
from
how?
You
Very
have
carefully.
one person lay down and you have another person stand on top of them. And then the crowd pushes the guy that's on the bottom.
You know, I read that like crowd surfing, like people like to take that advantage to like fondle people.
Yep. I've had it happen.
It's a little weird.
To you?
I've had hands where they shouldn't have been.
Someone's just grabbing your dick.
It's not right. I lost a fucking hat at a 4 Year Strong concert. I'm sitting there, I'm getting with it. They're playing their music, and I'm like, yeah. And then some fucking dick with Doc Martens on a summer day in Pomona racetrack kicks me in the back of the head, and my hat comes off. I'm all, oh, where's my hat? Where's my hat? And then I look, my hat gets thrown on stage by someone. I'm all, what the fuck, man? And then the guitar player picks it up, puts it on, and keeps going. I'm all, that's my hat. Give it back.
That's
Never
my
saw
hat.
the hat again. Never saw it again. I went up to their tent after their fucking show, and I'm like, "Hey, do you guys still have my hat?" And he's like, "Oh no, we threw it back in the crowd after our set." I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" I was pissed.
And Ty
There's
never
so
I'm not gonna
many
lie,
goofy
like
things that have happened at like
I
Warped
feel
Tour
like-
and all that.
I feel like concerts is a good time to like let your intrusive thoughts in. Like if someone was crowd surfing, I'd just nut tap them.
Oh yeah, dude.
No particular reason, just
The first time I went to Warped Tour, I saw Beartooth, and it was like one of their first shows. And there was this guy in the mosh pit, and they were doing the whole shit. And I'm like, I don't want to get in a fight, so I'm gonna just stand over here. And I'm watching the show, and this guy that's really getting into it has like this green bandana on.
Zora.
And I'm like, dude, he's like straight up airbending this shit the way he's moving. And then all of a sudden he disappears. And I'm like, what the fuck? I look over and he's like holding his bandana against his face, and the security and EMT run up to him. He moves his hand and it's black. It's not a green bandana anymore. I'm like, what the fuck? And he takes it off and just profusely bleeding out of his face. I'm like, oh God. That's why you don't mosh pit like that. Jesus Christ.
you know the first ever. I think it was one of the first ever baseball games I went to. My dad was supposed to take me, and my mom. He ended up having to work, so my mom took me. And I want to say it was like the Dodgers versus the Angels. And we're sitting in the crowd. And my biggest fear, because I still have a naturally paranoid mind, is what if someone hits a home run and it just cracks me in the face?
Oh, that'd be hilarious.
And
You'd be
so
on the Jumbotron.
my mom's like reassuring me that's not going to happen. Like, it won't happen. Well, like in the middle of the fifth inning, I'm just throwing out an inning. I don't actually know when it was in the game. Guy cracks it out into our area, and it goes like 10 rows behind us. Cracks this woman in the face. She's down for a while. And so like I'm kind of watching behind us, and I see the paramedics coming down, and she gets up, her entire face is just covered in blood. And I was just like,
oh man.
Tell me why a similar thing happened to me and Dad, but it was a kid. And he didn't
Dude,
get to
I
the ball.
fucking whiplash.
Some woman took the ball from him.
yo, adults are assholes in those games. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably always, if there's a kid around me trying to get the ball, I would probably just give it to them. But like, there's some people I've seen videos and shit where they'll like steal it from the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I think those people deserve to get their ass whooped. I don't care if you're male or female.
The only reason I wouldn't give if I were able to catch one, I wouldn't give it away is because I'd want to bring it home and be like, hey, Pee Wee, here you go.
That's
different.
But-
Yeah.
But and I'm also talking like if you're sitting right next to a kid and you caught it when they were trying to. Like, I'm not talking like, oh, you caught it and there's a kid like way over there. All right, here, kid. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking like if it's right here, right next to me, and I just caught it, like I would probably just be like, here you go.
You
The
called the
ball.
kid an
The
it?
ball?
Oh, I thought you called
No,
the kid an it. I was like, oh my
Why
god.
would he be catching the kid? Who's throwing the kid?
Well, because he said it's right
What the
here.
fuck? They just throw kids in the t-shirt gun and shoot them into the crowd.
He said, well,
Is that where babies come from?
he said,
Dude, I saw this video. They had a t-shirt gun, but it was like a fucking minigun, and it was on the
Fuck
back
it.
of a golf cart. They must not have put enough compressed air in it because there's just they were just falling out of the barrels, and I'm like, that's just depressing, man. They had guys standing there trying to throw them up into the crowd and barely making it over the netting.
I love what's up?
I was gonna say, do you see what the Mariners do on? I think it's like the 7th inning.
Mm-mm.
They play the song "It's Raining Men," and then they just tie up hot dogs to parachutes and drop them into the crowd. And it's just little hot dog parachutes come down. I would much rather have that than a t-shirt.
That's fucking
That's
sick.
great.
Oh, I
so
love
cool.
that.
Because those hot dogs are like fucking $18.
Yeah, they're fucking expensive as shit
It's
for
fucking
no goddamn
expensive.
reason. You gotta pay an arm and a leg to get in there, and then you gotta pay an arm and a leg to eat.
What? Okay, here's a question. What's the weirdest food you've ever eaten at a baseball game? I know mine.
An
That
ice
I've
cream.
personally
You've
eaten.
personally eaten.
I don't know, because I just get regular baseball food.
I only got these because I only ate them because Dad got them at a 66ers game.
Okay.
A
Deep fried
66ers.
frog legs.
What the fuck?
Ooh.
They were pretty good.
Boy, you ain't had good food till you had some good deep fried frog leg. I tell you what.
Wait a minute. Holy shit. You just went Cajun.
No, sorry, they were bacon wrapped.
Brother, them thing good.
They were bacon wrapped, not deep fried.
Mom, stop calling me. Hold on. My mom's going to feature on the podcast real quick. Mom, I'm recording. Leave me alone.
Okay, fine, goodbye.
That's a clip.
My mom
like
knows how
how
to commit to the bit, dude. I
I
love
love
it.
how she was just like, all right, I'm sorry, goodbye, I love you.
That's a fucking clip.
Your poor mother.
Oh, dude, I love it. Like when I told the story about meeting Soup and Smithy and Ethan, just turning around, like I'm talking to them, she's playing the fucking slots, and I just, Ma! And she, sure, I'll take the picture.
Get the fucking camera!
Oh shit.
Oh, no, they were bacon
my
wrapped
mom,
though.
dude.
Sorry, Ty. They were bacon wrapped, not deep fried.
Hey, deep fried or bacon wrap, I tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
That's some good eating right there.
But that is the weirdest thing I've ever
All
eaten at a ball
joking
game.
aside, frog legs, they fuck. They're good.
I haven't had them.
They taste like
I want
Dude,
to.
they're so good.
They taste like
Just like I
chicken.
want Gator.
Gator's good too.
I
You know, the
was
first time
supposedly.
I had Gator was at a fucking Ren fair. It was a
Really?
deep fried alligator at a fucking Ren fair in Texas. It was
Interesting.
so good.
I've supposedly had alligator at. You've been to downtown Disney, right?
Mhm.
You know the Jazz Kitchen that's there. It's like by the Lego store.
It's
Like
before it.
Louisiana. It's like a Southern
I
food
think it's before it, isn't it?
restaurant.
They're switching it out now. It was all
Are they?
kind of like closed up and shit when we
It's
went.
right
Oh,
across from
that's
the. Now it was right across from the restaurant that had the bowling alley in it.
Mm-hmm. So
Like
they
Splitsville
had
or
some
something.
kind of I don't remember what it was. It is Splitsville. I don't remember what it was. It was some kind of alligator, like I want to say gumbo or something. And I was super excited. I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's try alligator!" And then like we got the dish, and I don't really think there was any alligator in there because I didn't taste any alligator.
That's false advertisement.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. I wanted to try alligator.
Gator's good. Gator's
You know what
real
I'm not a
good.
fan of though, but it's like super popular in the South. Catfish. I'm not
Never
a
had it.
catfish fan.
Fried catfish, so good.
You know,
It's
What are you
so
talking
bland
about?
though.
hold on.
Not if you fucking season it right.
I
I mean that's fair. I've only had catfish in California, but it was like a Southern family that was cooking it for me, and I didn't care for it. It was just very
Are
bland.
you
to me.
fucking kidding me?
I
All right, I'm gonna put my mom on blast real quick because I
calling you again?
No, she texted me with like the skull emoji laughing, and I told her just call Lynn, just let her know what's going on if it's like something important. This motherfucker, I hope this shows up. Just sent me a picture of
That
3
milk?
gallons of milk. What the fuck am I gonna do with 3 gallons of milk? I don't need milk. What the fuck? And then she's all, I'll just call Lynn. Yeah. What the fuck? The fuck is happening?
oh
She
God.
needs some milk.
no,
No, she needs to get rid of this shit, probably.
I had the chance to get crawfish because I that was a culture shock for me. I went to Publix. And I was trying to get because back in California we went to Stater Brothers and got like the chicken tenders and the potato wedges for dinners. Well, I'm sitting there and she's like, they're putting out fresh like they looked like brighter chicken tenders. They were like golden or like whitish golden.
Was it like fried crawfish meat?
It was fried catfish. I was like, yeah, can I get some of the
catfish.
I pointed to him. I was like, can I get some of the chicken tenders and potato wedges? She looks at me and says, "Love, that's catfish."
That's
I'm
catfish.
like, okay, can I not get that? Can I get chicken tenders, please?
So beer battered Cajun seasoning catfish. Mwah, so
I've never
good.
had catfish.
But catfish is a pretty plain fish, right?
Yeah, it's like cod.
It's a dirty fish.
See,
It's
I
not the
think it's
best, but it's good when you
grittier.
do it right. No.
like cod is good.
Cod is good.
Yeah.
Especially if you make it
I'm
right.
burnt out on cod because that's what they make fucking fish sticks out of.
You
And when
know-
I was a kid and we were poor, we didn't have
Do you
a
like
lot
fish
to-
sticks?
I fucking love fish sticks.
You like fish sticks in your mouth?
Fish sticks and custard.
I'm a
Must be a
motherfucking
gay
gay fish.
Alex,
I remember when that episode was fucking
sticks and custard?
huge, dude.
Yeah. Fish fingers and custard, Hunter, is what it is. Not
fish sticks and fish
custard.
fingers. They're the same fucking thing.
Very different things.
How is it
One
different?
is English. One is English. One is American.
Same fucking difference.
Fish fingers
We-
and fish
We
sticks
started watching Doctor
are
Who.
separate. Oh. Well, that's why
And
you're
I was
getting your
making a-
education and pop culture references from fucking Doctor Who.
And I'm
Hey, Doctor Who's a good show, man.
Okay.
it's all right so far.
I don't understand. Okay, riddle me this, Batman. How the fuck are you a Lord of the Rings fan, but make fun of every other nerdy culture? You
I don't
are the
make fun
pinnacle of a
every other
nerd.
nerdy culture.
You are the pinnacle of a fucking nerd. This motherfucker, I'm putting you on blast right now. This motherfucker plays D&D, watches, like, obsesses over Lord of the Rings, has Lord of the Rings tattoos and shit, and is like, I'm not going to get into character when I play D&D because I don't want to be a fucking nerd. I'm going to get made fun of. Bitch, you're getting made fun of because you're not committing to the bit.
I
Fuck
don't,
you.
I don't know what you're talking about. When I
No,
do
no,
voices
fuck
for
you.
NPCs, they're on point.
Yeah, but then I am like, hey, make a voice for your actual character. No, I'm not doing that again. Yeah, I'd be embarrassed. Bitch, what?
That's why I'm not an actor.
No,
There's
you're
a lot of
clown
reasons
mouth.
why you're not an actor.
There's a lot of reasons.
You would be canceled pretty early on.
What are you talking about? Canceled. Not doing Blazing Saddles too. Don't.
Oh, he wins. He's
Come on,
closer.
Ty. Come on.
Please fucking stop.
Bitch. I can look at my fucking camera too, bitch.
Oh, just puts it in his mouth.
No, when it comes to nerdy stuff, I like some. I like a lot, but there are some that I'm just like,
Have you ever
that's too
watched
much.
Doctor Who?
I tried.
Which doctor did you try?
What the fuck? I don't know. Whatever
that
dipshit's got the
matters.
fedora and the scarf.
The fedora and the scarf.
He watched
don't
one of the
fucking
younger
know.
ones. I think it was one of the first.
It looked
it
like
look
it
old
was
as
from
shit?
like- yeah.
Okay, I've never watched the old stuff. I need to, but watch the new stuff. I'll tell you which episode to watch, and then you give it an honest try. It's on HBO Max, so you
Yeah,
have no
I
reason
know
not
it
to
is.
watch
It
it.
pops up all the fucking time.
You have no reason not to watch it. You're a Star Wars fan. You're a Lord of the Rings fan. You're like, no excuse. Embrace the nerdiness.
I'm waiting for the other examples because you keep saying
Anime?
Lord of the Rings
Is it this one?
I'm not that big of a fan of anime. Yeah, that goofy looking fucker. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I tried watching and I'm like, this is retarded. Why is there so much hype behind this? I don't get it. I'm still trying to figure out what all makes me nerdy other than I like superheroes, I like Lord of the Rings, and I like video games.
How many fucking examples do you need, dog?
That's it. That's all I got. It's not like I'm like, oh, I got to
Anime? And don't be like, I don't watch anime. Dog, you caught up on One Piece. You like anime.
That's it.
You caught up on
One
Jujutsu
Piece,
Kaisen.
Dragon Ball,
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen's like fucking one season,
Doesn't matter.
2 seasons,
Still a thing. My Hero Academia.
So,
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
So embrace it, dog.
Okay,
You're a nerd.
So I've watched all the mainstream fucking animes, so I must
which
be
by
an
the way, I
anime
finally
nerd.
finished Attack on Titan.
It's trash. hate the
I
last
didn't like the
episode.
ending. The
It's
ending
stupid.
made me mad, and not because of the spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't finished it, but not because
Kidding.
no, not because
What are you
not
talking about?
because they
Hunter
saved
saw it
everything.
the day it came out.
Not because they saved everything. That's not what pissed me off. What pissed me off, actually, no, that is what pissed me off. What pissed me off is it's he didn't finish what he started. Just fucking end him. There's like 10% left or 20% left or whatever the fuck number he said. Just fucking throw him off the cliff, man. Restart it. Press the restart button. And then I don't like that he Thanos the Titans. I use the Titans to destroy the Titans. Like, what?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and then the
once
ending
it-
just shows like Aaron was right in the end. He should have just destroyed the humans because
'cause it just
the
went
credits
right
just
back
show
to
that they're just
them.
pieces of shit.
Once it got to like I forget what season it was, but once it got to like, oh, these people are a different type of bloodline, and
The Marlians and the Eldians.
Marlians and the Eldians or whatever. Once it turned into just racism, the anime, I was like, all right, I'm not
It wasn't
interested
even,
anymore.
I don't know that it was even racism because like, they were all the
It's-
same color and everything. It was more of just like
That's
the Nazis
racism.
reinvented.
Racism.
So yeah, that's fair.
The
Actually.
English and
Fucking
the
racism.
Australians.
It just felt like
Racism.
no. What it more felt like was like, hey, we're gonna make the Nazis and the Jews again, but we're gonna give the Jews Titan powers.
Yeah, it was just
We're gonna give the
like I was interested to be like, oh, is there like a overlord of all these titans that are sending it to wipe out the rest of humanity? That's sick. The
Yeah,
post-apocalyptic
the first
shit.
season,
And
first,
then it
second,
comes
and
out
third
that
season,
it was just
fucking
because
fire.
racism. That's why this is all happening. I'm like, all right, this is.
I
fucking
didn't care for
stupid.
it. I
And
didn't
then
care
they
for it.
brought in like guns and rockets and shit. I'm like, all right, this is even worse. What the fuck is happening?
I love the idea of human titans and stuff.
And then the Sasquatch Titan really fucks with baseball hard.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck yeah, homeboy can throw a mean curveball, but what else can he do?
And I also don't like the time travel shit they tried to put in at the last minute. That he was manipulating people from I don't know.
I didn't get
don't
any
care
of
for
it. I didn't understand.
It all kind of felt like a cop out.
But see, all anime is like that. Like, look at fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. The first season, they start talking about like the curse techniques and this and that, as if you should already know what all that shit is. And I'm like, that's when I was texting you. I'm like, hey, did I miss something, dude? Like, what's going on? Was there like a manual I should have read before I started this?
So
It still
you know
doesn't
what-
make sense. And I watched the movie and season 2, and I still don't get it.
You know what I don't care for right now? Like, I feel like all new age anime is doing this. Like, old anime has the problem of like too heavy of plot armor, right? Like the main character is just basically
Now they're
untouchable.
just killing off me.
Yeah, now they're just killing everyone, and it's like, this is not Game of Thrones. I want to like a character and just let them fucking do their thing. But
Yeah.
now just everyone dies, and it's like, hey, I really like this person, dead. Okay, what about him? Dead. I don't really like that person. He lives. Why?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Demon Slayer pisses me the fuck off.
I see, and that's one.
Every
That's
time I
why
like a
you
character,
guys-
I'm like,
You guys
I'm
were
like,
like,
Hunter,
oh,
I
you
really
should
like
watch
this
this
character.
show. It's super good. Oh,
It
this
is
a
good.
great show.
It is
I got
amazing
4
anime.
episodes in. I'm like, this is fucking trash. What
Alex,
is this?
it's a slow start.
Alex has
This is
looked at
so
me
cringe.
Alex has looked at me multiple times and like, I really like this character, and I look at him and I'm like, yeah, so do I.
It's gotten to the point where I look at it and I just go, nope. And he's
That's
like,
how
what do you
it-
mean? I'm like,
Dude,
I'm not
that's how
liking
it
him.
Feels like
I'm not
watching
liking
The
him.
Sopranos. When you watch
I'm
The
not liking this
Sopranos, you're
character
like,
because I know the fact I like him, he's gonna die.
if you like anyone other than fucking Tony, just hold on to your seats, because The Sopranos is the same way. Like every other character you're like after 2 seasons, you're like, wow, this person's actually a
just-
steaming pile of shit.
It just makes me mad. Like, fucking, I like to watch One Piece because I know at least One Piece. I'm just gonna be like, all right, they're gonna get their ass kicked, but they're still alive, unless you count. Spoiler alert: Ace, who just gets this fucking fist through his chest. Like that was so brutal for no reason.
I was in the middle of the Marineford arc. Like I'm
so close.
I was in the car with you, Hunter, our other buddy Lath.
No, we were at D&D.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah,
it was.
And we're doing D&D, and it was like a break, and and he's like, "Hey, where are you at in One Piece?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm at this part and this part," and he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah." So you watched Ace die, and I'm like.
No. What? Where do you remember these stories from?
I don't know. That's how I remember.
No. We were playing D&D. I said something about giving someone like a treatment, and I said it's like your boy. And Hunter looked at me and goes, "Ace?" And I looked at him, just fear-stricken. I was like, "No."
Okay. Do you care about spoilers?
I misremembered
Demon
it completely. I could give a fuck less.
Spoiler alert for anyone who does watch Demon Slayer if they haven't gotten there already. In Mugen Train, one of the characters also gets turned into a fucking donut.
So that's what that meme was that he sent me after he spoiled it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then like Ty was looking at us and goes, "Ace fucking dies," and I was like, "Nope." I saved it though because I was like, "No, he's in Wano. I promise you. Like we just watched him in Wano," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, and then I turn around and watch him die, and then I gotta wait 800 episodes to see him in Wano in a fucking flashback. I'm like, what a cocksucker. Technically, he is in the Wano arc, but he's not really there.
And what's funny is if you looked up like Ace in Wano, you would see it. So like, regardless, I was right.
So mad.
I felt so bad.
I didn't want to spoil it for you, especially because you were like 5 episodes away from it. So I was like, he's in Wano.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
And
then I texted you while I was on my lunch watching it at work, and I'm like,
tried calling
lying sack of shit.
You left it so
fuck.
vague. So I was like, there's like 4 people I know who get this treatment. Like, who is it?
I still can't believe you said. When you said Wano, my heart stopped. Or not Wano, Ace. I was like, he's right fucking there. He had no idea.
I felt so bad, but also it's partially on you because you were like, "Hey,
nope,
yes, because we had just finished Demon Slayer 2, and I was running you through One Piece. Me and Lath were, so we were talking about it. So I had a 50-50 shot." And you just said, your boy, and he got the donut treatment.
Ace wasn't your boy, though.
I fucking loved Ace.
Everyone loves Ace. Yeah, we know.
Alex. Yeah, we get it. We see him back there. We fucking get it.
We get it. Do you like Jack Skellington, too?
I do.
Yeah, that spoiler was partially
I bet you like
too.
standing fans as well.
Yeah, actually, they keep me cool.
That spoiler was partially on you, too.
Oh, man.
You know what else I like more than my standing fans and Ace and Jack? Knowledge.
And Aquaman, apparently.
No, fuck Aquaman. I just like the tin. I liked Aquaman until Amber Heard ruined it.
And the Targaryen
fuck the
house.
supporting character. The supporting character ruined the main character
Jason,
for me.
Momoa.
Momoa, thank you. I couldn't think of his fucking last name for a second. He played great as Aquaman, but
that movie was trash. Even with him.
It was.
Do you also
it was
like
so shit.
Do you also like the House
Patrick
Targaryen?
Wilson was in it. I do.
Yeah.
I also fucking no shot. What?
Who?
He said House Stark.
Nah, it's all about.
You got fucking Bran, the biggest piece of shit in all of media
House
history.
Tyrell.
Is he? I didn't finish last season.
I
I just
either.
know he went on like a vision trip at the end.
You saw what happened to Hodor.
Yeah.
Me?
He caused that. Fuck Bran.
I left off, he was going on his vision trip too.
So the whole spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't finished the Game of Thrones in the 10 years it's been out. Hodor was not original. Well, I think his name was Hodor. I don't remember what his name. No, it wasn't. His name was something else. But because Bran decided to control Hodor in a younger self when he was in his vision, he fucked Hodor's mind up. And so the reason he always only says Hodor is because the last thing he remembers being told was hold the door. And so he's holding the door, and it becomes, as he's having like a seizure in the past, Hodor.
That's stupid.
Show, honestly, I didn't understand the hype behind that show because it's just like, hey, we should just rename this show We're Gonna Piss You Off.
Yep.
Well,
Every episode, everything that happens in it is just terrible. No one's good in it. Nothing cool or good happens. Everyone's a steaming
there's a lot of
sack
cool
shit.
things that happen. I would
Yeah,
argue.
the fights, everything else is just fucking terrible.
I liked the show up until the last season. I did like the show. I never was like the one that's like, you gotta watch it. Oh, it's the best show ever. Like, but I was like, hey, like you should watch it. You'd enjoy it. Like, one of my favorite fights is the Mountain versus the Viper.
Never got to it.
With Pedro Pascal's character.
Never got to it.
No, but Ty did. Where he just fucking squashes the dude's skull.
He only squashes the eyes.
Again.
No, he squashes his skull.
The guy that shouldn't die, died.
Yes.
That's why
Correct.
I don't like the show.
No, he puts his fingers
all the
through
people
his
that
eyes.
should live, that because they're
smashes his skull.
Yeah, anyone that's a good, like, has an ounce of good in them, just dead. Immediately.
And then I didn't, so I never finished the last season, but not because like, oh, I just didn't finish it. I, out of principle, will not watch the final season, just so I don't. If I don't watch it, it doesn't exist.
And then Jon Snow, dude, I tried to like him. I did.
You don't like him?
No, he's too much of a fucking Boy Scout.
I liked him until he bent his knee to Daenerys.
Yes.
I
see the play he tried to go for, but then at the end when he was just like,
okay. I would have been okay with it if it was like a Robert and Ned kind of thing where it's like, hey, I'm allied, but I still hold my people. I will not like fuck over them for you. But it was just like he bent his knee to her, and I was like, and I personally did not like Daenerys.
So here's my problem with
Is
Daenerys.
that the white-haired lady?
Yes.
I can't stand her. I wish she died in the first season.
She was this
I hated her
like
so
queen
much.
that thought she was owed everything, and I was like, nah, fuck
I
you.
am
so here's the thing.
Daenerys
Hold on.
Targaryen, the lady of 45 different terms and names, and I will announce all of them before I continue my speech. Mother of dragons, breaker of chains, freer of slaves, filer of taxes, order of Mickey D's. Fuck you, shut up, no one gives a fuck.
So here's my problem with Daenerys that I didn't care for. I feel like every time her character changed, there was no indication or like path to it. It was like,
no, it was just
she was like this scared little slave girl that her brother abused the fuck out of, and then like 2 episodes later, this fucking queen, like she gets basically like kind of, you know, sexually assaulted by her husband, and then it's just like, oh,
I love
now
him.
I'm this badass queen and I love him and I am the fucking Khaleesi. And then it's like, okay, and now I know everything and I'm this like badass woman. But there was no like, hey, I'm going from the
There's no
girl
arc.
to the Khaleesi. Yeah.
There's no arc.
And
it's just dead and then spike.
And then
it's
the
just
same
shit.
thing. I'm this queen, and I kind of like backed her on the queen for a while. Like she did do a lot of good things, but then all of a sudden it was like, I'm queen. I'm building this army. I'm batshit insane.
And like,
So she just
I
became
couldn't
Mad
stand
King
her.
Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I couldn't
100%.
stand Leonidas's wife. I forget what her name is in that movie or show.
Leonidas's wife.
The queen, Joffrey's fucking
Oh,
mom.
Cersei?
Yeah.
Cersei.
Like, again, it's like,
And she didn't even get a good death, like a death that we all finally like. We've
I
gone
didn't
through
see
like
her
fucking.
die.
She just dies to a falling castle.
Nice.
That's it?
No. I went through 13 seasons of her just fucking everything up. I want to see her die like Joffrey, some fucked up death that I was like, yeah,
Joffrey
you
got
deserve
what he
that, bitch.
deserved.
Not her fucking castle falling on her. That's way too quick.
You know who else got what he deserved?
I just like how the dad got shot while he was taking a shit.
Yeah.
That one was cool. As soon as he hit him, me and Lynn looked at each other. Like, oh fuck, nice. Good for you, Peter.
You know what? Death kind of fucked me up. Tomlins, the younger child of Cersei's, the one that just like you're literally watching the city just blow up and everything, and he just like opens the window. You see him put the crown down, and he just walks out of the window.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh!
Yeah.
That one fucked me up because he was a good guy. He was like the only good guy in that city.
I don't remember that.
Him and the dad of
the Starks.
Ned.
That guy.
Yeah, Ned Stark.
Yeah.
His death pissed me off.
They were the only like good people in the show.
The other person that pissed me off, Jamie, because Jamie was a piece of shit in the beginning, had this great arc where he became like a good guy who saw Cersei once and was just like, I'm a piece of shit.
I'm
again.
a simp.
It's so gross.
You know,
I was so mad. I was like,
the incest was a huge like turnoff for me for the show. I'm like, can you guys? Okay, we get it. We get it.
What character?
We get
there's
it.
a lot of sexual tension between siblings. Like, what's his face? The guy that becomes Reek. I can't think. Greyjoy? Or Theon?
Oh,
Theon.
yeah.
Theon and his sister had some weird sexual tension going on there.
Everyone
Didn't he
in
try
that
to
show
like?
had,
Didn't he try to like have
tension.
sex with her at first?
Yeah.
And then she's like, "I'm your fucking sister," and he's like, "Oh,
And then he still
So we
continued to
banged?
try and finger
Continued,
blast her on the horse.
yeah."
And I'm like, dude, stop. God, what the fuck? It's just like, we get it. You're on HBO, but come on, man.
You know who else was a
don't
piece
need
of
to
shit?
see this shit.
And everyone's like,
Sansa?
"Oh no, she had such a great like arc." Yeah, fuck Sansa. No arc whatsoever. She had no character development. She was just a piece of shit the entire time.
You know who was a piece of shit the entire time, but I still liked him? The Hound.
Oh yeah, I like the Hound.
The Hound was,
cool.
you know what? I'm gonna, I've been defending or like raging about all these pieces of shit. Arguably, the Hound was a piece of shit for a reason, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like he still cared about like Arya and all them. You find out he's not that bad of a person. He's just an asshole.
And then I did like
There's
Arya.
a difference. I didn't.
Arya
like her.
was all right.
You know,
like
you
I
want to know one? Of
I
the-
didn't
thought-
like anyone other than the Hound. What's her
That
name?
was sick.
Of Barf or whatever. The
Brienne of Tarth.
yeah, that lady, and
Barf.
Ned. They were the only ones
Ned
I
was
liked.
right.
Everyone else were fucking.
You want to
shit.
know what another thing about that show pissed me off, and that's why I stopped
Whoa.
watching after a while. They made a huge thing of like Daenerys got her dragon. She's the mother of dragons.
Right.
And they never showed the
House
dragons.
Stark. Its biggest thing was
No, they showed the
each of them
dragons
got
quite a lot.
Like they had 5 children. Each of them got a direwolf. Why is
all
Jon the
fucking
only
died.
one that survives? Why are all of them killed off in like the first 2 seasons?
Dude, when they paraded Robb
I
with the
fucking
head of
hated
Mrs.
it.
Direhead, I was
That
like,
was
damn.
funny. I was laughing at that. I was like, damn.
I was like, that's fucked up.
Everyone was always like you and like my
That scene
mom and
fucked
everyone was
me
like,
up.
oh, the red wedding. You got to be careful. I watched them like, all right.
That
It was
it was
fucked.
fucked. Them
okay.
parading him around with his dog head fucked me up.
However,
There was a lot of fucked shit in the show. That did
However-
not top anything.
the red wedding was fucked up. However, I will say completely justified.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Like,
I take
it
back.
was
I do
Rob's
like-
fault.
I do like one other guy in the show, and it was the red-headed wilder wild guy.
Yeah,
The ginger
that dude
dude
was dope.
That was just like I
The
fucking
wildling.
Brianna Tarth all the time. He's just like,
Hey,
He
you know
was
who got a
awesome.
happy ending though? I think I don't know what happened in the final season, but he had a generally like good story. Jon Snow's right hand man,
The fat guy?
Sam.
Sam?
Sam?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked his story. Like it was a wholesome story and a pile
Yeah.
of shit.
Yeah. It was
Like
it was
especially when he
nice.
went back to his family and like they're just like, you're a piece of shit. Like we don't like you. And then he's like, fuck all you. I'm taking the
he
sword.
takes the sword and he's all and just
Yeah.
dips.
I was like, fuck yeah, dude. You
Good for
go.
you. You grew a pair, dude.
He got
Fucking-
a wife. He got a sword. He got to tell his old man to shove it up his ass. And I don't think he died. Go, Sam.
No,
Up in a zinni
I
for the
wish I
Lord.
liked the show, but I never really could get it. And Lindsay was
Also-
always like, "Hey, let's watch more. We have time. Pee Wee's asleep. Let's watch some more. Let's watch some more." And I'm
Also-
like, I'm not in the mood to just feel sad.
Bad.
Yeah, I just
Also, the Night King went out like a bitch. Fight
who?
me. The Night King?
The leader of the White
The
Walkers.
main zombie? Yeah, the White
Oh,
Walkers
those guys
King.
were cool,
Didn't he
and
get
it
a
pissed me
dragon?
off that they only showed him a few times.
Oh, you never finished, huh?
Me?
No.
Yeah, so he got a dragon.
I know he got a dragon.
Yeah, I know
but
he
that's
got a
about it.
dragon. That was the last episode I watched. Was
Oh,
when
okay.
the dragon like.
Oh,
went into the
yeah,
ice,
because I
and then
told
they
you to
pulled
wait,
it.
and we watched it together, and then you never
Mhm.
finished it.
Yeah,
So-
I was just.
Since you're probably not going to watch it anyway, they march on the Stark
The wall.
it's a kingdom. I can't remember what it's called.
Winterfell or
Winterfell.
whatever.
Winterfell. They march on Winterfell, and we've waited 13 seasons for this shit, or however many
How'd they
seasons there
break
are.
the wall?
They broke the wall with the dragon
That
and
checks
everything.
out, actually.
The last episode of the season is them tearing down the wall with the dragon.
I never got that
but-
far.
So they march on Winterfell, where we've been waiting for this for the whole series. Finally, like the man fighting the White Walkers. First of all, half of the episode is unwatchable because it's so fucking dark. And when people complained about it and were like, "Why the fuck is it so dark?" The directors stood by the decision and was like, "Well, we wanted to leave it up for interpretation." Fuck you! I didn't wait 12 plus years for this shit for interpretation. I want to see White Walkers rip apart people.
Yeah.
And then the Night King starts walking through the thing. You think Jon Snow and him are going to get this epic battle. No. He ends up going for Bran, who's sitting at the old gods tree, waiting for the dude. And then Arya jumps out of nowhere and stabs him and kills him. There's no fight. There's no epic
Just a
like
fucking
throwdown.
ambush?
He just goes out like a bitch. 100%. It's so underwhelming.
That's a
And that was the last episode of Game of Thrones I watched.
That's-
After that, and once I heard them say, "No, we wanted it that dark so you could like leave it up for interpretation," I was like, "I'm
That's
done."
another thing that kind of annoyed me is like, especially John, who most people by that time in the show should have known. Hey, he's been outside the fucking wall of the North. When he's like, because I was seeing a scene where he's talking to Daenerys about the White Walkers, and she's like, "Yeah, no, they don't fucking exist." And it's like, no, motherfucker, he has been outside the wall. Trust your fucking king in the North if you want him to side
That
with
was
you.
the other thing I didn't like. Every time he tried warning everyone about
No,
it,
they
they're
didn't
like,
fucking listen.
No, they
No.
don't exist.
And then
Bitch,
had
did you
them-
see him?
and
I
then-
don't think so. Shut up.
Even the scene when they go to Cersei and they bring a fucking White Walker, and she's like, "Well, this is your guys' problem. Like, I'm not doing this unless you bend a knee to me."
You should.
Fuck you.
They should have
We're
just
all
fucking.
gonna
They
die.
should just fucking left the North and had a march on fucking this kingdom.
They should have just captured like 7
And
White
let
Walkers
'em
and
loose.
just been like, "Here you
Let
go."
them loose in the city.
Just let him loose in the city.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That would have been dope. You know what? I would have been like, "All right, that's a good ending."
So something I didn't get to see, which I was interested in, maybe I just didn't get far enough, is I wanted to see Casterly Rock.
You see Casterly Rock.
I didn't get to.
Casterly Rock is the home of
Of the Lannisters.
Yeah, you see
Arya
it a
goes
couple
to
times.
Casterly Rock.
Does she?
Yeah, you see it a couple
When?
times.
Yeah. That place she gets like turned into like a slave for a while before she goes to the Man of Many Faces is Casterly Rock.
Oh, is it?
It's where she meets the
It's a
blacksmith boy.
shithole.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not. It's where you find out the Lannisters aren't as like well off as you thought they were.
Yeah, because they were always like, yeah, it's the shining jewel of the Lannisters. I'm like,
It was. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering it correctly.
no, I thought that was just a random fortress.
Let me see.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Get a poop.
Yeah, you see it. There's a picture of it right here. It's not a like. Yeah. House of Dragons. Season
Jamie,
1, Game of
pull it
Thrones,
up.
Season 1, 2, 3, and 7. Who?
Jamie,
Who's Jamie?
He's the guy that shows all the pictures and everything for Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh,
He's doing a charity thing and helping us out. So, Jamie, can you pull it up, please?
no, we're gonna get
he's
sued.
not.
No,
Jamie.
we're
Shut
not.
up.
What are we talking about?
Joe Rogan just comes through your fucking window, starts beating the shit out of you.
I wouldn't get to see it until season 7.
Did you see him and what's his name, Shane Gillis or Gillis or whatever, the comedian? He just beat the shit out of him in the ring. They did like a little mock fight, and he beat the shit out of Shane. It was so
Jesus.
good. Because he's not like super tall, Joe.
No, but
he's
Joe is fucking a
jacked.
beast.
Is he?
He's a beast,
Dude, have you seen videos of him kicking?
Oh yeah,
His
Yeah.
kicks sound like a fucking bullet
yeah. He don't fuck around.
Or
I
or a
follow him
gunshot.
on,
I
like,
guess. I guess
Instagram
it would
a
be
lot.
a gunshot.
God.
All he posts is like all of
What?
his.
I just looked at a fucking picture of Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
fucking ripped.
big dude. But
Dude's a unit.
He doesn't
he's
look
always
like
posting
it.
like, yeah, venison protein after the workout, and all he posts is about the food that he eats and him working out. And I'm
Yep.
like, God damn, this dude just does his podcast, works out, eats, sleeps.
Yep.
I like Joe Rogan as a comedian. I got no qualms with him as a person. He's done nothing that makes me upset or anything. I just
But-
can't get into his podcast. I can't stand
There are some of the podcast. I feel like his podcast, because he's been doing his podcast for a
for
very
a
long time.
long time.
I feel like his podcast was best said by Lath. Like when he tried to introduce me to it, like you pick and choose the episodes you watch.
Yeah.
Like there are some episodes that you're just like, I don't really have any
Yeah.
interest in that.
I just like seeing the clips.
I do like watching the
Makes
clips.
you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart.
I love Theo Vaughn. He's so funny.
You know what I mean? No.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I think it's
It's about that
Closing
time.
closing time.
Two different songs, but all right.
What were you singing?
I was singing
Me? I
that
was singing
Lizard
Closing
song. Fuck that, huh?
Anyway, we hope you guys had a good time.
Good shit.
Us not talking about hobbies. We had no theme.
It was July 4th.
We talked about a bunch of shit.
And then it was random.
No, we didn't. We talked about July 4th for all of like 10 minutes, and then we're like,
The original
food.
topic was supposed to be hobbies, and then we just
ADHD.
completely spaced out on that.
But
Yeah.
we hope you had fun. We hope you
Good
had a good
shit.
shit. We hope you had good time on your way to work.
If you guys want to get a mascot of our podcast mascot, they have a Mothman at Build-A-Bear right now.
I saw that. I want to get one. I want to get one so fucking bad.
It has no correlation to our podcast other than the fact that it's just Mothman.
Yep.
And Alex has an unhealthy obsession with Mothman.
It's perfectly healthy.
It is not healthy, my guy.
We have a Twitter now, don't we?
Yep. I'll post it I'll give you the thing to put in the description of the video. I'll be posting the links and everything on Instagram. I'll put all the links on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you want to call
We
it.
wanted to do a fun idea that we kind of came up with. We don't know like how often we'll do it yet, but maybe for like episode 20, we'll take some of the questions if there's any questions on Twitter, and do like a little Q&A thing for you guys. It doesn't have to be a question about us. It could just be a random ass question.
Yeah.
But
Wolfman.
go ahead and, if you guys would, give us a like, a follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps us reach out to more people, build our little community,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.